Miles to everyone. Welcome to today's session, Class 6th Elementary Shapes Part 2. In Elementary Shapes Part 1, we have learned that how to measure or compare a line segment by using different methods. We learned that different type of angles, and we also learned that how to measure an angle. In today's session, we will learn something more about shapes, and we learn that how different shapes got its special name according to their characteristics. So let's start our today's session. Let's start with perpendicular lines. If two lines intersect each other exactly at 90 degree, then they are called perpendicular line. As we can see here in our figure, here a line AB and a line segment MN are intersecting each other. So how do we read it? We read it as AB is perpendicular to MN, or we can also say that MN is perpendicular to AB because they are perpendicular to each other. Now move to triangles. As we have already learned about the definition of triangle in our previous chapter, triangle is a polygon with three sides. It is a polygon with least number of sides. Every triangle is of different size and different shape. We classify them on the basis of their sides and their angles. Yes, the triangles are classified according to their sides and angles. So start with naming triangles based on their sides. So first is, if a triangle has all the sides unequal, or we can say that if a triangle has all the sides different, then it is a scalene triangle. Second, if a triangle has any two sides equal, then it is called a isosceles triangle. And third is, if a triangle has all the sides equal, then it is called a equilateral triangle. Now naming based on their angles. The first one, if each angle is less than 90 degree, then triangle is called acute angled triangle. Yes, if a triangle, if all the three angles are less than 90 degree, then it is called acute angled triangle. And if a triangle has at least one right angle, then it is called right angled triangle. And third is, if a triangle has a angle more than 90 degree, then it is called obtuse angled triangle. Now come to quadrilaterals. What are quadrilaterals? A polygon with four sides is called quadrilateral. And we know what is a quadrilateral. All the closed figure which are made up of line segment are called polygons. Okay, so we start with rectangle. What is a rectangle? It has two pair of equal sides. Opposite sides are parallel and equal also, and all the angles are right angles. So that means all the angles which are made by in rectangle are right angle. Now come to next quadrilateral. This is a square. All the four sides are equal. Opposite sides are parallel. We don't need to say that opposite sides are equal because all the sides are equal. So we can say that opposite sides are parallel. And third property of it is all the angles are right angle. Now come to parallelogram. As the name suggests, parallel. So we are talking about something parallel. So it has two pair opposite pair of parallel sides. So it has two pair of parallel opposite sides. And second property, square and rectangle are also parallelogram. Why? Because a square and parallelogram has two pair of parallel sides, so they are also a parallelogram. Now come to rhombus. What is a rhombus? The property of rhombus are all the four sides are equal, opposite sides are equal and parallel also, and diagonal intersect each other exactly at 90 degree. Okay, now let's move forward. Trapezium. It is also called trapezoid. One pair of opposite sides is parallel. So whenever we see a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel side, then it is called a trapezium. Polygons. So we know about polygons. Any closed figure made up of three or more lines, then it is called a polygon. We classify the polygon on the basis of their sides and vertices. If a polygon has only three lines, then it is called a triangle. If a polygon has four sides, then it is called a quadrilateral. If a polygon has 5 sides, then it is called a pentagon. 6-sided polygon is called hexagon. 7-sided polygon is called heptagon, and 8-sided polygon is called a octagon. 3-dimensional shapes. The shapes which can be measured in 3 directions or 3 dimensions are called 3-dimensional shapes. These shapes are also called solid shapes. That means they are not flat. That means they are not only drawn on plane. We can see 3-dimensional figure in our surroundings in real life. Length, width and height, or we can also say depth or thickness, are the 3 measurement of 3-dimensional shapes. So what 3-dimensional shape we see around us? There are many 3-dimensional shapes we around us. So here are some specific name of figures which we know. That one is cone. We can here we are seeing a ice cream cone. We can also say a birthday cap. It is also a example of cone. Cube, box. Here we can see, and also we can see a dice with which we play Ludo and ladder snake game. It is also an example of cube. And cuboid, we can also see many example like a box, geometry box, our drawing box, notebook, and our textbooks. So there are many example of cuboid. Cylinder, here is an example of water glass and your water bottle. So there are many example of cylinder. And sphere, a football, a simple ball. So they are all example of sphere. So I hope you have understood all the concept very well. See you next video. Till then, stay safe, stay happy, be inquisitive, miles to go.